I would entertain a motion to approve the minutes of October 21st, 2025.
Second.
Motion and second.
And I will recuse myself since I was not here.
You, any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. I would entertain a motion to approve the payables list for November 4th, 2025.
So moved. Second.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Entertain a motion to approve the payables list for October 2025 as noted in the agenda.
So moved. Second.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. And that brings us to you, Mr. Holscher.
Aaron, so you have my reports. I actually have two of them for you this week because one had some information that I didn't have when I drafted the original one. I'll mostly just rely on the reports and ask if there's any questions. One thing I will note on the first one is Mr. Hoover's sentencing is December 10th. 10 o'clock is the hour, as you know, been asked if someone from the town intends to attend, and I believe that the mayor does.
Correct. I will be there.
So just wanted to note that.
Anyone else that I guess wants to.
Oh, it's an open. Yeah, it'll be open to the public, so anyone
So
can
that's
attend
10
at
a.m.,
10 o'clock. Yep.
10 o'clock on the 10th.
On the 10th.
Okay.
So that was on the first one. On the second one, there was an update on the Wardwell assessments. As you know, this is something that we've inquired about several times before. We have an update from the county on that now, and what the county treasurer is reporting is that they've basically completed their process. They did not assess any Wardwell assessments for 2025. So they did that completely correctly. They stopped, and so there was none for the past tax year. On the 2023 assessments, what they reported is that they collected 2023 assessments through September 2024. On 2024, what you'll recall is because of the very long period of time the process took to work through what with reports to regional and whatnot, is that Wardwell was officially dissolved on November 13th, 2025. So the county collected
November 13th, 2024.
Excuse me, November 13th, 2024 was Wardwell's last day. Bard Nunn took over the following day or at midnight, basically on the 14th officially of 2024. The county collected the Wardwell assessment for 2024, which they had to do because the entity continued to exist for almost all of 2024. So they did that correctly. I think the thing that's kind of a surprise is that, and it's just the way the process works, is that they actually had to continue to work on collecting delinquent taxes and money from tax sales all the way into September 2025. So that's 2024 money that they were still collecting in September 2025. They have collected that. I've asked them and they've agreed to provide us with a breakdown of the assessments by property because we don't really know what that is. They said that they can get it to us. It's apparently, pretty big chore to do it, which I can believe because it's a large number of properties, but they're going to break it down for us in that fashion and supply it with us. And, we'll know how those payments worked out at the end there and what they were. So that's basically what the situation is in regard to that.
They finally have some info on it.
Yeah. It took them long enough, but we finally got the information we needed. So
I think that, probably the big thing on that is that it's actually only a little bit over a month that finally got the last of the 2024 assessments collected.
Yeah. Yeah, we still, I think we just got a payment
Beginning of October.
beginning of October, so there's still, I don't know what the delay is, but we're still getting property tax assessment payouts.
That's what it is. They're actually sending you 2024 money. That'll stop. That may have stopped actually, but that's what that reflects.
Any questions for Pat?
No.
Thanks, Pat. What I got?
So I'm going to collect any questions or try to answer any questions. Answer them, I will give them to Ray.
Right on. No, I don't think we have anything. I was just messing with you.
Okay.
No, I don't think we have anything.
There's no report? No.
Yeah, there's no report. Ray's,
Ray, we can't blame you, but you
Yeah.
can go back and blame Ray.
You can go,
Ray, it's,
I'll tell them that.
Shortest report ever.
Let them know we sat here in silence for 5 minutes.
Okay.
At each other.
right on. All right. Thank you. Dustin.
Mayor and council, you have my report and I don't really have anything to add, so if you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them.
You had it easy so far with the no snow.
For snow, yes, sir.
You just cursed us.
Put that plan. I want ducks to migrate, so I want snow.
The the former Wardwell Sewer Lift Station Industrial Park, the last thing on your report.
Yes, sir.
We have an estimate of how much that's gonna cost and when that control panel's gonna need replaced.
The estimate was approximately 23,000. I can get you the quote. I don't have that in front of me.
We discussed it prior to this, or no? Because we talked
Panel.
about these.
Discuss it.
A lot.
Yeah, I discussed it with Peter. I don't think this one, it came up, so that the contractor gave me a quote and I forwarded it. Yeah, I believe to Peter.
That's in budget still with.
Well, yes, yeah, we do have the money in the budget for sewer lift station maintenance.
Perfect.
So,
Far as that one outlasted its life. You say it's over 30 years old?
right, and I mean, he can't get parts for it anymore.
The
The
new,
relays and the breakers and all of that. So it's from the early 90s.
Nice.
probably time.
So, yeah,
Is that crazy that that's like over 30 years ago?
yeah.
Don't worry, the one you're gonna
doesn't
buy now is
feel
only gonna be worth 10 years.
Doesn't feel like 30 years ago.
Sure doesn't, does it?
I was born,
It's sad that it says it's 30 years old and it's outlived its expected life. Like I'm over 30 years old.
You,
Outlived my expected.
And this is the electrical control panel is what he's replacing. The pumps are still in place in the lift station. It's just the relays and the actual,
Something goes bad on it, we can't replace or repair that, so we need to upgrade the whole panel before there is a catastrophic failure.
right, before they fail and the pumps don't work and then the lift station
How
overflows.
many other lift stations do we have?
We have 3 total
And so
and
one of 3.
and this is one of 3.
What are the control panels like on the other 2?
The lift station number 1, which is at the end of Sunset, that control panel was just replaced in the last year by the same guy. And then lift station 2 by Nez Perce, that one's still in pretty good shape. It was the newest of the 3.
Yeah.
And so after the upgrade, it'll be the oldest, but it's operating fine and I don't know the exact age.
Serviceable.
It's still serviceable.
Okay, that's all. Thank you.
Cool. Anything else? Right on. All right. Chief, you're up.
Mayor, council, you guys have my written report. The only thing I have to add is I got an updated text from Department of Forestry today, so they have approved and written checks for both California deployments. The one I think is about $74,000, $76,000, and the other one's about $68,000. So those will come into the county, and then the county will cut us checks back out of it.
Perfect. Perfect. That's, we got anybody out right now?
No, Jake's back, so we're just waiting to see if California pops off this year.
I'm sure they will.
They will too.
Right on. Any questions for Sunny? No? All right. Moving on. Office staff report.
Unusual to report. We do have a online, and we're going to get Casella online and up and running, so that conversion is finally
Nice.
to Provo in February for training.
Cool.
Incredible.
Yay.
We've been dreaming of that for a few years now.
Gonna be amazing for budget.
Fantastic. That'll be in time for budget too.
Mhm.
Nice, nice, nice. All right. Petitions and public comment is now open. Hi.
We're losing the holiday spirit here,
We're good. Why?
not decorating Antelope Park.
We were gonna try something new this year. Is that okay?
Yeah, wait.
We were gonna decorate around the town hall and try it out this year, see if we like it or not.
I'll give you an update.
Okay. All right, thank you, sir.
There's a wall there.
Hers are
Oh,
evil things to.
well, next act. Liam, the Equest Barnum resident. So good evening, Mayor and Council.
Howdy.
I'm curious about the new interim police chief and how come I haven't seen any reports from him. We get reports from everyone else and no reports from the police chief.
He's actually out of town right now. He's down in Florida doing training.
Okay, so we basically brought him in September and he's been out of town since then.
No, he left in October.
Okay.
So he went down to Florida for training.
So is he being paid during this time?
He hasn't been paid a cent yet.
Thank you for clearing that up. Do we have a plan moving forward? Because January's coming up, not too far off. So if the interim chief is doing training and other things, and our MOU expires in January with the sheriff's department, do we have a plan? Are we looking at that at all?
When Steve gets back, we're going to sit down and discuss it. I mean, renewing the sheriff's department contract is just a simple matter of signing a new one. It's the same contract from the 6 months ago, so it's not a real big deal. And yeah, I mean, as soon as he gets back, we're going to discuss, payroll and, all the things advancing forward to make sure that it's going to work for the town. So that's on the plate.
So in the meantime, just really nothing's going on with the police department, then we haven't made any changes.
I mean, he's still working on stuff right now. So right now, while he's doing training in his free time, he's working on policies and procedures for the police department. And mind you, he's doing this all free of charge, which quite honestly, he should be getting paid for all what he's doing, because he's already been working down at the Wardwell building, and he's getting that ready for to become a police department. He's already looking at officers to hire. He's already doing policies and procedures. So he's been working a lot. He's been putting in a lot of hours. He deserves to get paid for what he's doing, but we haven't paid him yet. So this is something that needs to be addressed.
He's not making a report. The council's aware of what he's doing, and I feel like the citizens should be aware as well of what's going on, because we're all just kind of like, well, we don't know what's happening. So some mention should be made so that everyone knows what's going on.
Okay.
We ushered him in, it was a big deal, and now it's just been flatlined. Nobody's here.
Well, it's things, I mean, he is still working on stuff, but it is kind of slow and on hold right now because he's in Florida, like I said, doing training. So it's a month-long training. Really good stuff that he's actually teaching and learning at the same time. And so he's yeah. So it's been kind of slow. So there's not really much to report. I mean, other than what I just told you.
Yeah. Okay. Another thing, on the town webpage, we have under 2 categories, general info and public notices, information on, nuclear. And I don't know if that's prudent anymore and why we would leave it on the town page. So I would request that we have that removed, just personal. It's just throwing that out there. Okay. And I guess that's it. So thank you.
Thank you. Any other petitions or public comment?
Yes, my name's Bill Frazee and I live on Antelope. We've been out here since about 6 months after the town was formed. And that time I had 2 young boys and we were basically taking them down where Tipton crosses Antelope and meeting the bus down there. Well, that time, and I don't know if it was the town of Bar None that had put them up or who did, but they had shelters for the kids catching the bus. At that time, there were some kids that were just about ready to leave the school system. And being the hoods they were, they caught one on fire, burned it down, and they pulled them out. And I used to go down there with a minivan, and when it was ground blizzards, I'd get all the kids in there I could. And now we've got grandkids doing the same thing. And of course, my granddaughter, she's catching the bus down at Nez Pearson, I believe that's Sue, down at the park, where the future bike park's gonna be. And I'm just wondering if there's any plan to put up any kind of windbreak or, because those kids,
Where are we talking at specifically?
where the little park is right
And
there.
that's Pierce.
High Plains,
Yeah, right there.
one that used to have a full
When they used to
enclosure.
have it, yeah.
Yeah. and it's-
So there is, it's kind of coinciding with the new police chief that we're having because kids keep ripping that stuff down. Every time we put it up, we've repaired it multiple times in the past and they
Well,
keep tearing it down.
Wondering about was,
So
and I'm saying like in a movie, you see the clear, I guess plexiglass or whatever surrounds, something like that. So if a neighbor was over there and they could see if the kids were getting out of line, they could, jump on it or, and then
So-
now with Bar None School possibly closing, I've been dropping my 2 grandboys, they're at school and it's great now because they can go inside and wait for the bus. But if they close that, all those kids are going to be out there so I was just wondering if the city's thought about putting up some,
we have one, where are we putting that one? Bray's not here.
This one right here.
Yeah, we're
I
gonna be,
believe the plan is to put it over here on
Yeah.
the news.
we're actually gonna be putting one over there. And the one down at High Plains, that's gonna coincide with the police department because we first need to stop the kids from ripping everything apart down there. And then, so then we can rebuild down there and make it so that it's not, torn apart every time we put it back together. So that with those 2 right there. What's the other one you were talking about at
Tipton.
Tipton? So we can look at expanding that.
it was located
Used to be.
years ago.
What we usually do is we get money from Wyoming Community Gas,
Okay.
every year. And they send us a check of all the residents that are using their is it Wyoming Community Gas? Yeah. Okay. I don't want to speak incorrectly on that one. And they send us a check every year for how many people are on using it. And then we use those funds usually to build like new bus shelters and stuff like that.
Okay. Because right now, I think there's 20 kids getting on and then they're picking up more kids as they go down Salt Creek and that type of thing. But I've been under so long. We had a 6-foot fence. Our dog used to walk across, so in the snow. So
I think it was last year or the year before, we tried putting up just putting up some plywood on that just for the winter.
right.
Again, got torn down again.
I think 3 times we've done that.
If you drive by, if you go by there, you'll see huge rocks on the roof of it right now.
Right.
And they're always down there. So we can't keep just
I believe the design, correct me if I'm wrong, the design that we're doing out here is a little bit,
It's gonna be like bulletproof
yeah,
almost. It'll
it's much
be
more,
real thick,
Robust.
for glass.
Plus, because it's close to town hall.
And I don't even care, just one wall,
Yeah.
but we're
block the wind.
trying a new design down here that's set up more like like the
Like a city bus.
system downtown.
Yeah.
That can handle. As long, if that one looks good, our thought was to then use those as a baseline
Okay.
to do the other bus
I
stop.
just wanted to know what was going on.
There's a plan and works for it currently.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Any other petitions or public comment?
Laura Redmond, Bar None President. I apologize, I was a couple of minutes late, so I don't know if this question has been answered or not. But I was going through line by line the budget for the last several years. And there was a Wardwell water disbursement that showed up on 7/1 of 23 for $157,762. And it carries over for a while, but then it disappeared in August of 24 off of the line item budget. And I was just wondering where that went because it didn't get dispersed out to any of us.
Kelly, you'll have to correct me if I'm wrong, but what I believe that is that the way it used to work before we took over the finances of before we took over the finances of Wardwell, is that we paid them, correct? So we had to, isn't that what that is?
Is that?
Are you talking about property tax or something else?
It away from the rest of the general fund. It's currently in a separate account right now.
Right, but you received a reimbursement, it says.
So so these are from 23 and 24.
Mhm.
So in 23 and 24, we were running Wardwell for them for a period of time. And so that's what those would refer to. There's a period of time, and I'm not the person making the disbursements, so feel free to correct me, but there's a period of time where Bar None was running the system for Wardwell in 23 and 24. And that's what those pertain to.
Yeah, we would invoice them for employee hours, different things, and then Board will reimburse us for the time employees spent running the system. We'd invoice them for different bills, time, and then we get refunded, if that's what you're referring to.
It just said WWSD reimbursement, so that's where I was looking for.
That's what that is. We would invoice them for the hours put in.
Okay, and so it stayed in the system for a year and then it disappeared?
That was,
Well, ceased to exist. If you were here from the beginning, you probably heard that.
Right.
So Wardwell ceased to exist in November 13th, 2024. But up until that time, because they were a separate legal creature, the separation had to be kept between the two.
Okay, and then my other question is, it's according to their resolution on April 11th is when the board of directors unanimously passed, which voluntarily dissolved Wardwell.
Yep.
And then it says that transfers ownership and operation to the town of Bar None effective immediately.
That's what it says, and here's what happened. So that resolution was passed, and Bar None acted quickly, and Wardwell acted quickly. However, it ultimately involved Natrona County, the city of Casper, the state of Wyoming, and the Central Wyoming Regional Water System. Casper acted quickly, Natrona County acted quickly, this body acted quickly, but regional, for its own reasons, and I'm not criticizing regional, took a very long time to approve the transfer, which was required. That took months. When regional got to the end of it, the last two things that had to happen is regional had an entire series of documents it had to draft in order to allow Wardwell to cease to exist and to take Bar None in. If I recall correctly, they hadn't done that since they took Pioneer in. So it'd been years. They took a long time to go through their documents. And then when they got their documents all ready to go, they sent them down to the state of Wyoming. And that was really time critical, because if I recall correctly, it had to go in front of the state engineer's office, which only met on topics like this, like every 2 months or something like that. So there was a big rush to get that in. It got through the state of Wyoming, got approval by the Attorney General, got back to regional, regional approved it, and then in order to officially dissolve, it had to go in front of the Natrona County Commissioners, which was the absolute last step. So at that time, when the commissioners approved it, that's when it became final.
So where did the mill levies go then for the 2 years that Barnum was running it, even though it wasn't quite official yet?
So what happened is Natrona County had an absolute legal duty to assess the mill levies. It had no choice whatsoever. Natrona County assessed the mill levies, and they distributed them, as you heard tonight, during the process while they had the ability to Wardwell. And then after the dissolution, those portions which remained, which they were collecting, which they just completed collecting in September of this year, to the successor entity, bar none. For these are for things that basically the payments, these are past due payments. It's for operations in 2023 and 2024.
So when I went and talked with the assessor, the clerk, she gave me a copy of the breakdown of the mill levy for 23 and 24, and she said that I should expect the town of Bar None to reimburse me for those.
That's completely legally incorrect. The town of Bar None does not assess taxes itself. And so, and the assessments for 2023 and 2024 were correctly done. And we've checked, and that is incorrect. Who did you speak to?
Heather.
Okay, you're not going to get, first of all, if there are going to be refunds, it would come from the entity that taxed you, correct?
She said that they held it aside for the town of Bar None and that they released it to the town of Bar None, and it was Bar None's responsibility to refund the citizens because of
okay.
what was going on.
That's already been something that the municipalities have been through for a different reason. We're not a taxing entity, and there's nothing to refund you for if you receive services on properties that were assessed in 2023 and 2024. So if you received water services for 2023 and 2024, or either, those were correct assessments. Bar None didn't assess those.
So when Bar None said we need to dissolve Wardwell Water and assume it into the town of Bar None, and you're gonna save money, that wasn't correct?
That was 100% correct. It was approved in November of 2024, and the assessment stopped for tax year 2025. You have not been taxed that mill levy for 2025, and Natrona County did not approve this until November 2024. There's 47 days of 2024 in which the Wardwell Water and Sewer District did not exist.
So the money that was collected, where did that go then? The town of Bar None just gets to keep it?
Yeah, because they are the entity that provides, they're the successor to the entity that provided the water.
So why do we not still have it?
Because once Wardwell Water and Sewer District ceased to exist, that mill levy for that district went off. Bar None does not assess that mill levy.
So Bar None's not gonna ask for another one?
Bar None cannot ask for another one. We are not a water and sewer district. We are a town. Only water and sewer districts can assess that mill levy.
Okay. One more question. I know my time's up. You have a miscellaneous line item that fluctuates up and down, but it just says miscellaneous. It doesn't say what the money's for, what it's going out, what it's coming in. I've never seen a budget like that. So is there clarification?
Is it on expense or revenue?
Both.
So the revenues usually things like, say, maintenance stakes, scrap metal to someplace and trades it in, and we don't really have a line item for $75 in scrap metal, so it'll go into miscellaneous revenue. I would have to pull up and look at what a couple of the miscellaneous expenses are, but they're little one-off things that don't really fit into anything.
So then where does that money go?
It gets, are you asking like where it goes? It gets spent on various items that don't fall into certain line items. Does that make sense?
Yes, and just anytime I've ever done a budget, it would be miscellaneous and then say scrap metal.
Oh, I mean-
Audit trail, so that it can be like transparent
Well-
and just having a miscellaneous category that isn't explanatory of the money coming in or going out is just.
The budget itself just says miscellaneous, but anything that we spent in it would have been having a receipt attached to it. We probably would have, all of our signatures would be on that. So it's not like there's not a paper trail of what it went to. It's just that it fell into an unline itemed one-off situation.
Once you.
There is an
line item it.
accountable paper trail to all of it.
What I was given doesn't have that attached to it. It just says miscellaneous. So that's why I'm asking.
Right, yeah, the line item itself, right?
Yeah.
Just says,
Everything else is very specific on the line items, and then you come to miscellaneous. And it's like the variation of thousands of dollars to hundreds of dollars to thousands of dollars. And so that's why I was curious to what it was.
Any other petitions or public comment? Going once, going twice, sold to the highest bidder. All right, council business, I'm gonna have you go last, if you don't mind.
That's fine.
Tim, you got anything?
No, sir.
You got anything?
we're done, we're back. Thank you for the flexibility and missed you guys a lot this year, but we're done and we're back. So excited to be home.
We got a clean bill of health.
Clean bill of health, everything cancer-free so far. So
Fantastic.
Your
That's
face is smaller.
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
right on. All right, well, Councilman Clark, you got the floor.
Yeah, well, he's back and I'm going, unfortunately, so I have to turn in my letter to step down today. Effective end of the meeting. I have to move to Utah. I've got a family member's got some health issues, so we have to kind of last minute thing to head out that way and take care of her. So we're doing that. We're moving in like a week and a half. Kind of a quick move, but so yeah, I'm gonna miss it here. Thank you everybody for having me up here and letting me serve you, and thank you guys for serving with me. It's been a pleasure, to gain friendships and help grow the town. So I appreciate it. Yeah.
Steve was, he was on council when I first started 6 years ago, and he's been on for quite a while now. It's been
11 years.
11 years.
Yeah.
So, been a good friend and a great counsel to me as I've gone through the various stages of what I have, and he's been a tremendous asset to this town as a business owner, as a Christian, as a father, as a husband. He's been a great asset to the town. So it's terrible to lose him, but family comes first. So once again, thank you. Thank you for your service. All right. Well, with that, I would entertain a motion to adjourn and enter executive session.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you, everyone. Here, our president.
Council,
Present.
Tyler Martin, council,
You're present.
Tim Saban, council,
Present.
Borowski excused.
No pledge.
Oh, we don't have to pledge. Okay, so did we want to?
Yeah. How do we want to word this motion?
Do you have a resolution to set a salary? Is that what you're looking to do? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Say a resolution to set a salary of or for the fire chief, et cetera.
Okay. Both in the same resolution.
Two resolutions.
Okay. You get it. It's your last one.
Do it.
No. We want to blame you when you're gone.
Words.
All right.
Go ahead.
I move that we make a resolution to pay our fire chief $4,000 a month.
So
That would be a resolution to pay fire chief that salary as a full-time fire chief.
Okay, so I move that we pay our fire chief as a full-time fire chief at $4,000 a month.
there we go. Second.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Sonny, you're welcome.
Is there a second one we had to do?
Yep, police chief.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'd make propose a resolution to increase the police chief stipend to $3,000 a month.
Interim or police chief?
Interim.
Interim.
Police chief.
Yeah, I'll second that as well.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Agreed.
Steve, you are welcome.
Second.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?